This is E-Man Booze. Guess what? We got a craft distillery revolution going on out here. There wasn't about 20 of these suckers about 12, 13 years ago. Now, there's over 440 craft distillers in the United States, and many more planning to start up. So, heck, the good side of all this is more different booze for us to taste and enjoy. So that's a good thing there. Now tonight, what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about this very special gin here called Green Hat Gin. It's distilled from a company called New Columbia Distillers out of Washington, D.C. They're the first distiller, first craft distiller since Prohibition in the district. So that's kind of cool right there. And what they're doing right now, they're focusing on gins. They make the everyday gin. They make a summer version with some different botanicals. And we're going to get to the botanical part of this in a minute. They make a winter version, all in the name of sipping on or making some really great cocktails with. And with this cocktail revolution that we're also having, there's so many bartenders that are doing great things with gin out here that we just loving it. And I encourage y'all, go to greenhatgin.com and check out all the recipes they got for what you can do with gin. But before you do that, get yourself a bottle of this here, okay? Because it's a wonderful gin, and it's not like the old fuddy-duddy gin that you think of when you open it up, and it smells like somebody dropped a pine cone in the bottle. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just all nasty and everything. Now, it ain't nothing like that. These products here are very special, very unique, craft-made, and we're going to get into them today. Now, where did they get the name Green Hat from? It's a silly name, right? It is, but it isn't. Green Hat come about because there was a fella in 1920 named George Cassidy, okay? He was a bootlegger, and some of his buddies said, hey, why don't you try to make some money by selling booze to the people down in D.C., to the congressman. And that's what he did. For 5 years, he was in the basement of the house. Heck, they even set up an office for him. He was selling bootleg whiskey under Prohibition to the dudes in the house. Then he got caught in 1925. So what did he do? He did the tripartisan thing. He went over to the Senate, stayed in the basement down there for about 5 years, till he got caught in 1930 and got kicked out. So he did it for 10 years. Then he went to the Washington Post, and you know what he said? He said, guess what? I'm exposing all these people on Capitol Hill because I done supplied 4 out of 5 people on Capitol Hill with my bootleg liquor. And that, my friends, is the start of the repeal of Prohibition. Now, he wore a green hat. He wore a green hat, and that's where this gin gets its name from. So, on to the spirit. Enough of this talking here. On to the spirit. What's gin? It's a clear spirit. It's got to have juniper in it. You know, juniper berries from that bush. Got to have that by law. But all gins also have a secret blend of different botanicals. And most gins have, you know, a dozen, 15 or so, maybe 9, 10 different botanicals. Stuff like these here coriander seeds appear. Stuff like these neat little, damn, these things look like spiders in here. Tarantula things called star anise, and they smell good. They smell really nice too. But in any event, these botanicals go into gin. So how to get them in there? Through distillation, through suspending the botanicals in the distillate or up in the column. So I don't even know how they do it. I'm gonna find out, but because I'm real curious. But once these botanical flavors get infused into the gin, it opens up a whole world of flavors. So this here is the regular version. Like I said before, they got a winter version and a summer version with different botanicals in it for each season. But this is a beautiful clear spirit. We don't expect it to be anything but clear. It is chill filtered, so that's a good thing. But let's get it on the nose and see what we think. Wow, this is neat. This is neat because it don't smell like that old fuddy-duddy gin we was talking about before. It's not real juniper forward or pine forward. I ain't real big into them kinds, but this has got a beautiful nose. It's got a very bright citrusy note. And I'm picking up some anise notes, probably from the star anise that they use. Picking that up. I'm getting something like celery, a celery seed. There's something a little herbaceous about it in a real good way. I love it. Maybe a caraway a little bit. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in here. Let's take us a little taste and see what we think. Very well balanced. Not real hot. Got some warmth to it, which is good. Pick up a little bit of juniper in the background, but it's not the most predominant flavor. I'm getting like that cucumbery, celery, citrusy thing going on with the licorice in the background and some of the coriander notes. Picking up maybe a little bit of orange. It's got all kind of stuff going on it. And it's just fascinating, the smell. It even changes in the glass. It's kind of like the bourbon of gin or something. It's mixing up a lot. It's doing a lot of interesting things. And I'm no gin expert. I'm more of a darker spirit guy. But you know, I got to review this here anyway. And we learning together on this. This is marvelous. I can't wait to make me a gin and tonic or some of the other spirits that these guys, some of the other recipes rather, that these guys have on their website. Man, you could just drink this by itself. You don't even need an ice cube in it. You could chill it down a little bit in the fridge, I guess, if you want. You don't even really need an ice cube in it. Drink's great on its own. I can't wait to make a cocktail with it, like I was saying before. Very much one of the most interesting gins I ever had, and I can't wait to get the summer version and the winter version and try them out. On that note, visit these guys, greenhatgin.com. I'm E-Man Booze. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. MainStreetDistilleries.com. I write the Distillery of the Month column for them as well. And on that note, bye you all.